Um, and I'm calling you from a Hopkinton police station, okay?
Okay.
All right. And can you talk to me for a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to know too, when we call here from a police station in Massachusetts, okay, the calls are recorded on this end. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry to tell you.
My real thought was to call like Priscilla and Joe now, but I didn't have, any means of contacting them. I didn't know their numbers, so I just drove down to their house now. Kind of before that, I went downstairs and I took one of the knives out of the block of knives I had in the kitchen.
Yes.
So, maybe I could, but I just didn't have the courage to do it. And as I was, and I think I pondered on that for a minute and then maybe got in the car. I mean, it could have been longer, but I then got in the car and started to drive towards Carver, and I didn't really think about the time at that point, but when I realised that they weren't going to be in, I knew that Joe has guns in the house. I thought maybe I could finish, kind of get myself, that way. And I got to the house, and the key used to be on the car key. So but Rachel must have taken it off, or it didn't take. I couldn't get in the house. And I sat there for a little while, and then I thought, well, probably the best bet. I don't know where Joe works, but I didn't know where Priscilla works, so I thought I would drive up to go find Priscilla to, let her know. And then, but as I drove up, I couldn't remember how to get there, and drove around for quite a while, just trying to find it. Couldn't remember where to go, and I'm not quite sure what was going through my mind at that point, and I just needed to stop somewhere and get things clear in my head. I ended up at the airport, at Logan Airport.
Okay.
And I mean, it was the only place that was familiar. I pulled into the car park, and I sat there for a little while. I wanted to kind of let the emotions out, but nothing would come out. It just didn't seem right, it just wasn't right what I'd seen, what had just happened.
Right.
I got out of the car, I walked around for a bit, but the problem is being then out of the car and in the airport just reminded me, the only time I've been to the airport is when I've been in. I saw Rachel on the bed. Now, when I first looked, it just...
I know it's difficult. I'm sure it's very difficult, but I need
when I first looked, it just looked like she was asleep.
Okay, were they right on top of the bed?
No, they were the covers were partially up.
Okay.
So they were under the covers, but not kind of maybe half, 3/4. When I walked in, I couldn't see Lily. I could only see Rachel, and she just looked asleep. At first it didn't look anything wrong, but why would she have been in bed at that time, and where was Lily?
Mm-hmm.
And so as I went up, the first thing I noticed was just her colour. She was kind of pale, and then as I got closer, I could see the blood, and that's when I saw Lily's top half of the face was out, and I pulled the covers back, and that's when I saw Lily was such a mess.
Where did you see some blood, sir?
Well, there wasn't any on Rachel. I couldn't see anything on Rachel. It was all on Lily. And what sticks in my mind is that her whole mouth and nose were covered. It was almost like it was bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was obvious that they were. It was obvious that they weren't alive anymore.
Okay. What did you think happened to him?
Well, I didn't know what I'm looking back on it now. I don't remember seeing the house disturbed. It doesn't look like we were robbed. I don't see why anyone would have had the opportunity to do that. It was
How about in England?
No, we've left it behind. I mean, I used to be part. I had a general practitioner.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
But you're not depressed or anything?
No. Oh no. I see what you mean now. No, I don't. I mean, I think my parents are keeping the eye on me, but I haven't even cried yet.
You haven't even cried?
No. Not properly.
No?
No.
What would properly be? Because usually, my experience is not really a proper way in a situation like this. Things just happen.
Yeah. I mean, that is what it is. No, I shed a few tears. My Rachel at Christmas sent over. We did little presents from Lily, and we sent over these little crystals that people could hang in their windows. She wrote a little note that said, you know, when you see this sparkle, think of me, as it being from Lillian. And I walked in my parents' conservatory and saw it, and I started to cry, but it wasn't even that many tears. I don't know what I'm thinking at the moment. I think it's almost because I'm here, it doesn't even seem real. There's just a void.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, it is real. Okay?
Yeah.
And it is real. And something happened over here. And I'm trying to get as much information as I can.
Yeah.
And I'm taking you. I'm believing what you tell me. Only I can tell you, I have a hard time understanding why you didn't call 911.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't.
Now I know we're talking over the phone.
Fill it in.
Well, let me explain what happens in a situation like this here in this country. Okay. I'm with the state police. Okay, and we're assigned to the district attorney's office. You were living in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, which was in Middlesex County.
Okay.
Okay, And when a situation like this happens and two people are found deceased in their home, usually the police get involved in the investigation, okay? And that's what happened here. Hopkinton police went down and they discovered Rachel and Lily, okay? And then we come out and work with the Hopkinton